We're live from Scoups Ice Cream at Constantine Farms, and I swear to you, I'm not still choking down a couple Reese's peanut butter cups. Coach got the Firebirds Sunday, so do I. So as soon as Coach got here, and by the way, thank you. What's up, Flock? As soon as Coach got here, he's like, "Hey Ben, get us some Sundays so we know what we're talking about on the show."
Absolutely.
And Benny Ice turned into Benny Ice Cream, but it took a little while. It was a little while. He's like, napkins? You guys need napkins? What are those for? Eat faster, losers. I was like, all right, whatever. Don't be mean. Welcome, everybody, to Flock University. I am joined by the head coach, the general manager, the professor, the man who has beaten West Texas not once but twice this year, Damon Ware. Got a little sugar high going on right now. While he did the hard work, I stayed back here and said, yeah, let's do Flock University where I can get a free Sunday. I'm all about going to Scoops. My name is Jeff Levack. Yeah. I would rather you boo than nothing. I mean, come on, like that's the nothing hurts. That's rough. Of course, Flock University live at Scoops at Constantine Farms. I see the players are starting to roll in. The special Firebird Sunday is amazing. If you're a fan of chocolate and peanut butter and ice cream, you can't go wrong.
Caramel.
You can't go wrong.
It's got it all.
Yeah. I was told that that everybody had to pick out all the orange Reese's Pieces for this. So,
oh well. So I lost.
So we appreciate it.
First loss of the year.
No, we won. We didn't have to do it. We get to eat it. It's perfect. Obviously, it's a little windy. We're outside, but it's a beautiful day here. And if you haven't been to Scoops yet, you got to do it. It's farm fresh ice cream. It is amazing. And if you come here right now, you're going to see a bunch of your Firebirds. You're 7-0 Firebirds, Coach. You're 7-0. How does that? I mean, when you were drawing this up, I know you don't draw up losses, but did you think you'd be 7-0?
Yeah, I actually did. Recruited a great team. Brought in a lot of great kids with great character, great athletic ability, a lot of speed, and the rest is history. We just got to coach them up, put them in the right positions, and but no, we definitely thought we had a championship contender when we opened up camp. Spent a great deal of time doing our recruiting this year, and took our time and went over every kid with a fine-tooth comb, and we felt we had the formula. And I just, it's not a cocky thing. It's just, when you do the right things and you put the right people in the right places, good things are going to happen, and good things are happening for us.
I guess that's kind of the weird question that I've got as somebody who interacts with these guys, not quite as much as you do, because you're on the road, and I've been back here scouting out Scoups Ice Cream. But this group, like we've had great people, we've had great teams, but I don't know that we ever had a roster top to bottom like this. The amount of emails I get from the road team, the road hotels, the local places, how respectful, how good these guys are. Are you more impressed looking at what you've got? And again, there's a long way to go. The mission's not over yet. Are you more impressed with the men or the players that you brought into this area?
I mean, it's both. We have such a good group of guys, and to watch them, especially going on the road, and you have to go on some road trips to kind of just see what your camaraderie's like. It's always fun being at home and being in front of your fans, but it's when you go to hostile environments, you kind of see how much your guys enjoy each other. And our couple road trips have just been outstanding. Our guys have so much fun together. It's a great time, and going into hostile territory and trying to win a game in professional football, it's a very difficult thing. But we've gone in and took care of business in two very hostile environments, and had a great time doing it. So I'm very pleased with these guys.
Coach, before we go any further, Alan Sidley wants to know, what the heck is the thing flopping around in front of Coach?
I know
that's your fault over there. It's a balloon.
Somebody
hat.
made me a balloon headset to talk to the referees. So I wanted to give them their homage of just putting it out there, and yeah.
Nani was like, "What the heck is that?" So, hi, Nani. It's never a official Flock U without getting to say hi to Nani. Good luck. I think it's gonna go flying. We're gonna look back to be a cow wearing it. It's gonna be insane. All right. So again, 7-0 doesn't happen without that big road win down in West Texas. Coach, this game was, I thought I saw the clicking, right? Because we've talked about this when everything started. You got to get Jake Medlock on the same page as Darius Prince and Marco Wade and all this. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't build that in one game. And right when we started clicking in the beginning, all of a sudden then we get the bye week with the Minnesota thing that happened. The game starts, and clicking ain't the word. Smooth, and then it got close. Like, how does that game transpire in your headset when you're sitting there watching it go?
The one thing everybody has to realize, this is professional arena football, and you can score a whole lot of points quickly, and there's a lot of ebbs and flows, and it's more like a basketball game. So you look at the NBA's going through their finals now. There's ebbs and flows in the game, and so. But we started off the game flawlessly. Lost coin toss, elected to receive, obviously. We're able to take, again, one play, touchdown. It doesn't get any better than that. Kick the extra point. Marco kicks a deuce.
He was on fire.
We go on a defense. I think it was 2 plays. They created a turnover. Go back on offense, 2 plays, touchdown. Kick the extra point, hit another deuce. It's just amazing to start a game, that way. It's almost too perfect. So obviously came out that way. Should have probably went into half at 41-13. They scored a touchdown. It's one of those plays you just maybe it was in, maybe it wasn't. So we go in 41-20 at halftime. That's always the tough thing is when things are going very, very easy, it's easy to get too excited, get too up, start to get a little bit complacent. And we talked about that at halftime. Let's stay in the moment like we always have. Yes, we're up big, but we've got to continue to, put the pedal on the floor, and came out a little bit flat. They received the ball, came down, scored. Then they kicked a deuce. And then we turned the ball over. They scored, kicked another deuce. So we had 2 almost identical halves, us in the first and them in the second. And that's just the way the arena game is. There's a lot of things. We made a couple mistakes. I thought we executed very well on offense. Defense played a solid game. But those are the ebbs and flows in arena football. It's people want you to, if you want us to win 80-7, then we should have went to the CIF or something like that. If you want us to battle it out, then we wanted to be around the best arena football teams in the country, and we got a group of them in this league.
Literally, I remember before the season started, we were talking about how good we were going to be, and everybody was like, "I hope you don't blow everybody out." Now they're like, "Why are you giving us all heart conditions?"
It's true. I see all the comments, and oh my God, I'm about to have a heart attack, and well, try being me. I think I've lost 15 years of my life in the course of this season, but no, we've got a resilient group. We're young and hungry and resilient and gritty, and so I think we're the best fourth quarter team in the country. We just have a moment where we just turn the switch on once fourth quarter starts, and we've been able to finish out games and execute high level football down the stretch, and it was great to see. I like those shootout games.
Just one an easy one though. Just once.
You got Southwest Kansas.
That's fair.
66-15. You got that. I enjoy the game because I want to be challenged. I want to play chess, not checkers. And it's been a real fun thing. Their head coach came to me. I was on the phone with Times Union after the game, and he come up, he just embraced me and hugged me. It was just like, man, it's a heck of play calls that you made in the game. And it's nice to, to see other coaches recognize that, when you're in your zone, you're in your zone. And I think our team just around, just the whole team, we got into that zone in the fourth quarter and they were in the zone. And I like that. I love those challenges. And, again, you don't become a professor if you don't want to teach. And that was, we went through some ebbs and flows, had to go through some things. Went through a period of just making some mistakes, and we have to dial our way out of that. And I love that feeling to be able to look at them after the game and say, you went through all those ebbs and flows, but you came out on top. And it's just no better feeling. And, I don't get that same feeling when it's, 80-14. I don't get that feeling that I did anything special. And so during that game, I feel, in the fourth quarter, we execute flawless. And that's a testament to our whole football team, all of our coaches, our interns, our whole organization, those games mean everything to us. And so it was another fun game.
This Flock University live from Scoops. And listen, some of the numbers from this game. Jake Medlock, 5 touchdowns in the air. He ran 2 in. I mean, that's okay. Good day, bud. Way to go. Darius Prince, 11 catches, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns receiving. Oh, by the way, he ran back a kick return for 1 as well. Like watching Darius return kicks, like obviously I would assume you don't want him taking those hits if you don't have to have it. But like when you see him do that, does it become a little more difficult to not go, you know what? We'll go back there a couple more times.
I mean, when I need somebody steady, that's who I'm gonna look to. He's just a great player and knows, how to stay in the moment. He obviously he's one of the best. And so, I use him in key situations and like I said, we've got some of the greatest, kick returners in the league here on our team. We got 3 of them.
Wade's got to return for a touchdown too.
Right. And so we've got 4 guys really that can return for a touchdown in every given play. But Darius is just steady. He knows how to work off the nets. And as you see his catch off the nets, it was incredible. It was, the way he can adjust his body to make catches, it was just an incredible thing. And so when I'm, if I have any worry about us getting the ball off the nets, I'm going to put him back there. And so, no, I don't want him to take the shots. As you get older and as you go through as many games, I try to limit the amount of, contact that he's got to take. But in key moments, he knows I'm going to look to him. Hey, it's your turn. Get back there and make sure, again, we secure this ball and get it out of the end zone. And he's done a great job. And, again, I could see his eyes open on the field when he ran the one back for a touchdown. Hole opened up a little bit. He saw the blocks. He took off running. It was pretty cool to see him return another touchdown.
So biggest compliment I can give someone, because growing up, my favorite player was Tim Brown. Tim Brown was an amazing kick returner, but then he was too valuable as a wide receiver. He wasn't the biggest, strongest, fastest, but he did everything right.
Mm-hmm.
That is the comparison I made after this game with him.
Yeah, he does. He just does everything. If I need him to run the ball, he'll run the ball. If I need him to catch a ball, obviously he's great at that. If I need him to return the kick, he'll do that. And if I, he'll come to me, hey, coach, if I need to shut down a receiver, I would certainly do that as well. So
I remember wanting to do that, and I'm shocked he isn't. I know everybody's chirping, like everybody thinks they want. It's my favorite thing when I see earlier, like the boards where so and so thinks they want a piece of 6, they want to stop 6. Do you? Careful what you wish for.
Absolutely,
because you'll be on a poster.
But no, he's like I said, he was my first recruit here. It's always be a special one, and and there he is, always clowning. But yeah, like I said, it's always going to be a special thing. We've built something super special here together, and like I said, just like to ride it out a few more years with him before he retires.
I mean, I actually got the question earlier today. Some of our broadcasters were getting ready for Saturday's game, and one of them asked me, like, how much longer can he do this? And I'm like, well, he's a young 33, 34. He didn't take the football hits in college. And they're like, what's a young 33, 34? I'm like, you see it when he scores a touchdown. I told you. Now he's gonna open your eyes.
And it just means, like I said, he didn't go the 4 years of college, all those beatings that you take in competitive college football. He played college basketball, where it's a lot less, as far as hard on the body. So he obviously is a younger, 30-year-old, and again, he's got a few more years left in the tank. So we're just gonna keep riding it out, and if we can keep doing special things, we'll stick around in the Capital Region and make it happen.
Mark Orozco, 20 points?
Yeah,
for your kicker.
Had a great night. Marco's had a great season. Quietly, just a great season, and put him in a lot of positions throughout the game to be successful, and ultimately kick the game-winning field goal. I think he had 3 deuces. I mean, he just had a phenomenal game, and he's having a great season. And a couple of weeks ago, he came to me and was just like, Coach, I'm so glad you brought me back. I'm having the most fun I've had in a long time. And you know what? That means something too. It's the culture that we have, the environment that we've set for these kids. To work hard, but also enjoy the moments and having all the exciting games, and everybody's contributed. And that's the cool part, is we've really, like I said, we have a 24-man roster. Every single one of those 24 has contributed in a game this year. And that even makes it more special. Is I told these kids coming into camp, every one of you 24 is going to be special. Yes, there's some that are going to play more than others, but we'll need all of you. And we've embodied that, and every game there's somebody that comes up big. Daquan Patton scored his first AFL touchdown. That was big on a great play. Jake Malinich had one rushing, one receiving, for his first couple of touchdowns in the AFL.
He might be my spirit animal. The way he just you see, he wears his emotions on his, it's there. You see it, and he's always having fun. He's just
having fun and a beast. I mean, when he wants to run you over, I just watch out. I mean, it's I watch him run some people over, and I feel sorry for the person that tries to tackle him. Those DBs, I just that would probably hurt.
Keel at the same time.
Absolutely, great kid, great young man,
100%. All right, so you mentioned 1 second generation Firebird in Daquan Patton. For the other team, the Bachelorette star Caleb Smith had a good game. Now, this is a guy that was here with us in the beginning. It's a testament to how talented this wide receiver group is, that he's somewhere else right now. But is it also because he could be with the Bachelorette soon? Is that one of the reasons that I think it's amazing that we got a local guy who's on the Bachelorette, and there was a moment where he was working out with us.
Like I said, I've seen the comments, and I've seen his dad, who's local here, and an old Firebird, and I see some of the biased, slanted comments he makes, and it's unfortunate that, like I said, you feel that way, and you've got to make little comments. If you've watched us play and you've watched our receiver, you understand why he didn't make the team. And if you don't, then that's just you, being biased towards your kid. And I think Caleb's a great young man. And I told him that when I released him. You're right there. We just have so many good veteran players in front of you. And, so he came out and had a couple of good games, obviously, with West Texas. But if we want to be slanted a little bit, I could be slanted too, because you haven't scored nothing against us. So he had 2 big games prior to playing us, but he didn't do that against us. So I'll just leave that there. And, hey,
I mean, the opportunity he's having, he wouldn't be having here. I mean, that's, there's a big difference. Lonnie Outlaw is a hell of a receiver. Devin Wilson has the ability still to be big, but when you've got Darius Prince, Markel Wade, just to name 2,
Darian Townsend.
I mean,
Philip Barnett. I mean, the story. The list goes on.
You're starting at 5 before you even get in the conversation.
And that's what I told Caleb was, hey, you know what? It's not going to happen here. If I would have kept you at the bottom of the roster, you'd have barely played. And again, I know he has that kind of talent. So, to me, I did him a favor by letting him go and find another team. He found a team. He's doing very well on it. But like I said, I get it. There's some Homer stuff to it, but it's never personal. It's just business. So,
well, I mean, I know one thing about you. Contribute, be a part of it, and you'll be a part of it. All right, so we are live here at Scoops. It is Flock University. Just a quick reminder that this Saturday is the last guaranteed home game we're going to have this year. It's the last regular season home game. Coach said, who wants some? And only one team was brave or foolish enough to say it. We'll take you, and that's the Orlando Predators. So they're coming back to get some. This is your chance to check out the team as they try to stay perfect. Make sure you get your tickets today. Go to firebirdsafl.com. You can fill out a little thing. We'll call you at your convenience, or you can call 518-557-8799. Get your tickets. Don't miss out, because this is a special group of guys. I mean, I can't imagine the phone calls these guys get in the offseason. It's going to be this. You may never see a team with this good a group of guys again. So get your tickets, be at the game, and you will not regret it.
But I got to give a little shout out to Orlando. We've had our little battles, and we iron those things out, obviously, in the slobber knocker of the first game. But man, we appreciate you guys. They're one of the premier franchises that's out here in the country, and the fact that when other teams were backing out, they raised their hand and said, "Hey, we'll come and take it." And I can't, say enough about that. I appreciate and respect that wholeheartedly. No matter what happens in the game, that's major respect from 2 organizations that want to be successful in the new AFL and in the future. So we appreciate you for that.
Yeah, I mean, before I, go heel, wrestling term for everybody, it's impressive that they wanted to come. You know what I mean? It's impressive. Now I'll go heel. What you doing? What you thinking? This is it's the best Predators team I've seen since '99. It really is. But we're the football team. We're the best Firebirds team I've ever seen. So all right, so that game is coming. Don't miss it. It is 100% what we're all excited about. It is Flock University live at Scoops at Constantine Farms. Coach Damon Ware, Jeff Levack with you. And don't forget, every Saturday morning at 9 a.m., we replay this whole shindig for you on Fox Sports Radio 95.9, 980. So let's look at that game a little bit. This Predators team, obviously, familiarity breeds contempt. Nobody knows each other like we know them and they know us. We've worked in each other's organizations at one point in time or another. Yep. Guys have worked out for you, guys have worked out for them, and then ended up here. Who are the players that, if you're new to the rivalry, if you're watching at home right now, you're like, all right, circle this number and keep an eye on them, because they're going to be one of the guys we got to watch to get this win.
A guy that I just wouldn't have thought would have been there. They just recently picked up Cameron Solomon, and Cameron Solomon's been one of the best receivers in the NAL the last couple of years. Won a championship last year, obviously, with Jacksonville. Super surprised that he became available. I talked to him a little bit as well. That's a real interesting piece. And they already had CJ Williams and Caleb Walls and Jared Dangerfield. So we talk about adding, one of the top receivers in the game. That's going to make it a little more interesting. And so they have a tough defense. Obviously, they've got another tough front that we've got to face. Micah Robinson, Shahan Williams, those guys are heavy pass rushers. Zach Brown obviously left San Antonio a little pissed off, and he came into the AFL, and he's been a monster.
Can we be real, though? I don't think I've ever seen Zach Brown not pissed off.
True, but he's got an extra chip on his shoulder. You watch his tape right now, he's got an extra chip on his shoulder, which
that's scary.
Is making him he's breaking it. So he's motivated. Getting released from San Antonio was definitely motivating for him. So he's playing at a high level.
But that guy down there just can't cut us a break.
Right.
That guy down there, driving around in this Hummer, just causing problems. It's just, come on now.
Man, it's so we've got a hungry Zach Brown, and obviously they've got a veteran secondary with Tevin Homer and those guys. So they've got a very good football team. So we're good kicker too. I mean, Barnes is a great kicker as well. So
he and Mark put on a show in week 1.
Yeah. So when you're facing two really good football teams, it's going to be a show, and that's why I'd love to see our arena at 10,000 people.
Oh,
if you want it, like I said, if you've came to all the games, you know how exciting every game this season has been. And that's what I'm saying. If you miss out on that, you may never get this much excitement in one season. I mean, there's years where we've blown people out and had easier game. This year, it is just dogfight after dogfight coming down to the last play. It's amazing. And so this is a season I wouldn't want to miss a game. And I hope everybody can, we're a Saturday team and we're playing our only second Saturday game of the year. We did all those Thursdays and Sundays and suffered through that and as an organization. But now, we're Saturday night. So no more excuses. Get your tickets, come out. Let's have a ball. We got a block party. Come out there. It's going to be a ball. Weather's going to be good. And we're definitely put on a great show for you on the field. So every game has been super exciting. So don't miss out.
Now I you and I get to talk a little bit. I know, again, the rivalry with the Predators, it was kind of personal at one point. Now it's like a professional rivalry, but still, it's just, I can't believe like the way my brain works. And I don't know like if it's just a competitive thing, but like, again, the exact same time I go, wow, I really appreciate them stepping up, because with the way this league had a moment of turmoil, which they're fixing, which thank you for that, it gave people the opportunity to pull the ripcord and get away from us.
Right.
And they dove into us. So like at the same time, it's just like I really appreciate you guys for diving into us, but like I just like, do you think you're gonna beat us? Like, how dare you? Like, and again, I'm not even the one out there making hits or taking hits, but I just you guys have built us as fans. I've heard you call the new cardiac kids. I've heard you whatever. But it's just if we get to that like 70 mark, and we know we're gonna get the ball in overtime, we know you're gonna win the game for us. I don't know how I feel about them wanting it again. Why you want the smoke?
But I understand it totally. Us going down there last year, we, like I said,
I called the windstorm up.
Right. We could have taken that team and competed.
Yeah.
There was no doubt in my mind if things were done in a little bit different way, I think we could have competed for a championship last year. And so, but it takes an organization that's all together and all on one accord. And that's what I love about our organization. We're all dialed in together. We all, to steal the old adage, we're all rowing in the same direction. And when I was down there, there was several people rowing in different directions, and it just wasn't all about winning and doing the best, putting your best foot forward. And it was frustrating. And so, I'm glad those memories are over. Starting a new season, it kind of killed those memories. But, that's the thing. So I get that, we came in with our group and took them on a winning streak, got them in the playoffs, and then they kind of pulled the reins back like, all right, we don't need you anymore. We got it. And it was just weird. It was just weird. So, but like I said, I appreciate them. They, they did the thing, they helped in a situation, and we were able to go continue to play for the season. So got to respect them for that. But there was definitely some bad blood that was built. So I get you're watching us. I love EJ, their coach, and you're watching us, and you come here and have an exciting game. They have us, and we come back and win. I could see where that would motivate you to say, I want it again. I could totally do it. And West Texas felt the same way. They were all week leading up to our game last week. They said that they gave us the game, and they should have closed the game, and they could have beat us. And so again, all week they had all those comments that it was their game to win or lose, and yada yada yada. And then we went out there and played the game. And so I get it. As a coach and as competitors, you're going to feel a certain way about losing close games, and so I understand it. But all I can say is, welcome to the Capital Region, and get ready for a fight.
Let's go. I do have one question here. Slumber Inc. What are your thoughts on Coach Siegfried is no longer in West Texas? I thought he was doing a great job down there. I don't know what exactly transpired, but I guess the way these two games transpired maybe had something to do with it. You think, or?
I mean, it's I don't like to speculate what another owner's thinking. I felt that was a good football team. They battled in every single game, but ultimately we all know this is a results business, and we come and go many places based on those wins and losses. And so, he also had a tough schedule.
Yeah.
And, lost to Orlando, us, Billings, and then us again. That's a tough stretch of games. Just saying that, it's like, whoo, we went through that. And it's like, whoo, that's a tough stretch of games. And so, but again, I don't know the inner workings. I don't know what was happening, boots on the ground. I have no idea. It's just me looking from the outside in. But, like I said, as a coach, you always want to see organizations let you finish out the season. If you're gonna, release me of my duties, it's let me finish what I started. Let me, finish with the guys I brought in. Let me do those things and play it out to the end. But like I said, it's not my money. So that's above my pay grade. And if they felt they needed to change, then hey, they got to live with that decision, not me.
I just, I know that listen, we have respect for Siegfried. Like, I gave him a hard time as a commissioner, but that's what I do, but we respect him. So I thought we should address it real quick. But man, Alan said early, hey, don't leave the MVP arena early, folks. That's true. I mean, it's arena football. I mean, that's the thing.
Very true.
And you dive into how it's coached. I do want to tell everybody here at Scoups right now, the Firebirds Sundae. So it's vanilla soft serve ice cream, peanut butter sauce, hot fudge, whipped cream, orange Reese Pieces, a cherry, and then a specialty orange spoon. And it's great. It's phenomenal. So get over here and try it. Order the Firebird Sundae at Scoups. You're gonna appreciate it. I would never steer you wrong when it comes to ice cream, my friends. Look, defense kid's having one right now. He's loving it. You should have 4 skinny. Actually, finish mine. Yeah, we gotta get your energy up. You gotta swing that defense side. Have you ever had the chance to look across from where you're coaching? Every once in a while, look up in the stands and see him and his grandfather going nuts. Mm-hmm. Defense side kid is up there with the defense. His grandfather's gonna drum now. It's like they got more energy than I burn the whole day. And I usually put in about 20,000 steps on a game day. It's impressive. Just guess what? You got a job, Coach. Not anywhere. I want ice cream. You bring an ice cream home, Coach. We of course.
I need a cooler. This thing's already melting so fast.
I know Benny took forever to get it, so we couldn't finish it before the thing. The
Wow.
Benny Ice Cream. Oh, now he in line getting his. Look at that. That's
right.
Bring some more napkins, Benny.
Bet your heels will be cold.
Get you an ice cream, Ben. It's all right. Oh, you already had one? Yes, please, if you don't want to. See, Darius, even feel napkins, man. Guy does it all.
That's
Guy does it all. All right.
Okay.
We're live here at Scoups at Constantine Farm. It is Flock University. Of course, you can always hear it on Fox Sports Radio 95.9 and 980. That's every Saturday morning. And 90 said it's okay if it comes in. Thank you, Darius. You're the man. And I said it's okay if it comes back melted. She'll drink it like a shake. She got an answer, man. I'll tell you. You don't win a lot of arguments at home, do you, Coach?
I don't have any.
That's my man. I don't know how you guys do it, but God bless you. All right. So we talked a little bit about West Texas. We talked about the game coming up. How are we? Because again, it's so funny. In the beginning of this season, I remember everybody who wasn't you going, that's a 10-game sprint. It'll be fine. You don't need a bye week. It's 10 games, 10 weeks. You're done. Everybody will be fine. And you were like, we're going to need a pool.
Exactly.
Let's get the trainer in here early. How are we?
Probably my biggest challenge this year will just be keeping the guys healthy. I mean, honestly and truly, a 10-game sprint it's not just a 10-game sprint. If I would have got some of the other team's schedule, then it would have been a 10-game sprint. But with our schedule, just playing everybody who's in the playoff hunt, we haven't had a time for a break or a less physical game. Like I said, even when Southwest Kansas came here, when they walked through the door, I literally was like, "Oh, it's look good." The coaching staff was standing there. We
stepped up and wait, but I think they're going to get it if they stick with the AFL. They're going to get it.
They're 4-3 right now. I mean, let's not pretend they're 4-3. So we just haven't had a chance. So that's the big challenge is just me managing the health. We've taken some time off this week. We had a long pool workout this morning. We'll do that quite often. It just takes all the pressure off the ligaments and tendons, and again, getting in the cool water just helps to calm their bodies down. So we get plenty of work done in the pool, and I think that's been one of our moments. Our power just comes from the way that we've kind of just kept the bodies, and so obviously, Coach Young has done a phenomenal job in our stretching routines. Just second to none. Obviously, he's owns Powerhouse Athletics. Give him a shout out. He's done an absolute wonderful job of.
He's supposed to be putting me on a diet. Let's see how good he really is. Prove something, Coach.
There you go. But he's done a phenomenal job of just putting together the routines to keep these guys stretched and healthy, and the rest of it is just me managing the time and how many plays we'll run per day and how long we'll practice and all those things. And so it has been like doing chemistry, and it's you've got to mix all these magic formulas together and hope on game night that your guys' bodies will perform. And we've done a great job. Like I said, we've played all 24 of our guys in key moments, and we're a little banged up now, and just there's no end in sight. So I can't, there's not a time where I could be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a couple days where we can. No, it's if you look at our schedule, we got Orlando, Billings, Orlando. I mean, these are all tough games. And so not that I mind, I've always told anybody we'll line up with anybody, but it does take its toll on our guys' bodies. And so it's been a little bit tough to just, manage every little step of these guys every day to keep them healthy. So.
But I mean, obviously, like when I see the guys, everybody looks like they're happy to, everything going on. I haven't heard a complaint about Danny or anything. How's the pool workout? Is it? Because I imagine this group at some point they're gonna have fun. I imagine Sean Brown trying to blame other people for like farts, like he'll make a bubble happen with his hands and be like, "Oh, Darius did it!" Like I can't. Like Sean Brown's got to be cutting up in the pool, right?
Let's just say today's clown was
okay. Clown of the day.
I won't even call him out.
Oh, come on.
We had somebody that was really he was wild today, and we had the Times Union in there for half of it. And I was like, yeah, I hope all this is off the record.
I call it.
It was like I said, we work so hard, but we have fun. Like we have real clowns on this team. I mean, how many teams can take a team just about anywhere and turned it into a party.
Oh,
I'm being as serious as I can. We go everywhere and it becomes a party, and everybody, strangers, are joining into the party. I've never seen anything quite like this in my life, and I've been in this a long time. But we have a group of characters and clowns, and like I said, we work hard. I would guarantee we work harder than anybody, but we have so much fun doing it, and that's the key to it. Is you got to have fun, and you got to be to laugh and joke and have a good time. And I will definitely say today's pool workout, they were having a good time, but we worked hard.
I gotta know who it was. I'm gonna try and figure it out. I'm trying to think. Is it somebody I would expect, or was it somebody who caught you? Okay, all right.
1,000%.
All right. Is he a gentleman?
They're all gentlemen.
Black University live from Scoups. I'm gonna have to get to a pool workout. I'm have to come hang out. You mentioned like it's all good guys. Everybody's having fun. And it's like I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I think it's funny because I got a bunch of messages about how great you guys were, and I got one guy who was like trying to complain about the same thing everybody else was saying was great. So I was like, I just kind of like wrote back to him like, you don't even mean this, dude.
I know exactly who it was. Like I said, it was a guy that sat next to me on the plane.
I figured
it was him.
I figured out the biggest issue. I figured out the biggest issue that non-gentleman had. I think his second biggest issue probably. He worked for charter flights his whole life. So he was trying to get you all to charter a flight. He's like, come on, why? Don't go on that. He probably gets commission if he gets us to buy a charter. Well, right. It ain't happening today, man, especially with you guys on the plane. I get better stories when you're on the planes with everybody else.
Nashville was a show. That's all I can say. You want to talk about a group of guys that had everybody in the airport having a party. There was circles of young women that were in circles, line dancing, and it. I sat there in the corner.
Wait, our guys had people line dancing? Was it the two Jakes? It had to be the two Jakes.
I
feel like the two Jakes line dance. I feel like that happens.
Hey, I'm telling you, we turned country for a minute. It was a wild. We all came back with cowboy hats. You've seen.
I did see it.
It was that fun. It was they just have a way of making everybody around them have fun, and it's infectious. I sat there in the corner and just watched. And I was just telling people, can you film this? Because I just want to remember at the end of the season, I want to watch these videos and see just how wild this season is with fun, not in a bad way, just wild fun. They have a lot of fun, and that's fun to see as a coach. Is we work so hard. I want these guys to have a great time. So good stuff.
You see it like especially like baseball, you see it a lot, but like with football, like you like college, you get the turnover chain, and like in baseball, it's Boston when they finally broke the curse and ruined my life. It was a bunch of idiots, cowboy up. Yankees in 2009 was the pie of the face. You have to have something that is fun and shortens the season, even though the season's getting shorter. And what's fun and shortens this season, apparently, is the roster.
And it's all of them. I mean, we've only got a couple of quiet ones on the whole team.
And they get, and even they pop off once in a while.
And they do too. They join in. So, no, we just have a great group of guys that enjoy being around each other. And when you have that kind of camaraderie, like I said, you don't have to be best friends, but if you can enjoy each other and you respect each other and you do your 1/8, as we say, good things will happen. And we've just had great things happen all season. And, we don't care if we win by a half a point or by 100 points, but we just want to keep going.
We'll be making a new one. Hopefully we'll be making the championship shirt from '99. That's one of my chores is to design the championship shirts. I think I got pretty good at it, to be honest with you. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to touch the money yet, but
with our ownership group, I just make sure those rings are. I want to wear mine about an hour and have to take it off because it's so heavy.
With our ownership group, that's guaranteed. It might come on a pendant, like just whatever. These guys they know how to have fun. That's for sure.
Yes, they do.
And they're all about rewarding people who work hard for. You talk about the group being a bunch of cut-ups. I was in my office yesterday, and Goodson and Hollins come in, and I go, hey guys, appreciate you, whatever. Then they did a couple things. Hey, we appreciate you. I was like, all right, guys, see you. And all of a sudden, I hear down the hallway, I hear Hollins go, he didn't say he appreciated us. I'm like, I said it when you walked in, and all you hear is giggling as they run down the hall like kids. Is crazy. People saying Prince is the jokester. That's true. That does happen. But it's not always the case. All right. So we're live at Scoups. Constantine Farms, amazing ice cream. They got the Firebird Sundae. Make sure you try this thing. You're not gonna regret it. I guess my biggest point from the stories that you were just telling is if our group can entertain and bring people together in airports and dining halls and hotels, imagine what they could do on a football field. Imagine what they could do if you actually went to MVP Arena this Saturday. It's Father's Day weekend. Give Dad what he really wants, the gift of football. Like, come on. Let's go. Get your tickets. Firebirdsafl.com. You can actually you can fill out a little thing, and then Joe or Nick or Zach or whoever will call you back and go, hey, got your tickets fee free. What do you want to do? Where do you want to sit? How do you want to do it? We'll make it as easy on you as humanly possible each and every time. So
we could text them out even.
You
don't even have to, come on down. Just we'll text them to you.
Hell, you buy enough of them, I'll deliver them to your house. I don't, whatever. It don't matter.
I'm with that.
We're here. We want this. I want everybody to see how great this team is because it's just great guys, great team, everything. The I Love New York block party starts at 5:00. The Tom Atkins band is playing, and all that dude does is play stuff you want to move around to. Like it sucks that he's going to be playing while the guys are in warm-ups because I'd like to see our guys out there with it. Exactly. But that's going on. We've got Kettle Corn from Kettle Corn NY coming in. We got a lot of fun. Jordan Modiano, who's a race car driver, the Firebirds race car is going to be out there out front, and then we go inside, and the Firebirds do work on Transfinder Field. It's going to be something.
It's going to be a day.
It's educational professional night. Mother Flocker is a teacher, I believe. She is, and then you're a teacher. Reasons, Laura. Reason. I don't know what she teaches. Nick, you're a teacher. You're director of game ops. You know what Nick is? Starved for attention. That's what Nick. He started. So our director of game ops started wearing a wrap around his wrist because he has carpal tunnel. Dude's like 22, 23, 24 carpal tunnel. He's done.
Way too young.
He's been a secretary for 50 years. He's got carpal tunnel.
Exactly.
Insane. I think it's literally like, ask me about my wrist. Ask me my wrist, please. I just want to tell you a story. Back in 21, I saw Darius Prince walk around with ice bags on his shoulders, stim packs on both sides of his ribs, and, with the dude who you can make smile with the easiest fart joke, and he's just like, and then go out and score like 5-6 touchdowns. Put your rap away.
I will tell you, in 21, this young man got beat up in some games, and all he did was I literally would hold him out some whole weeks and put him through pool workouts and ice, and man, it's that was a tough year. That was a tough year on him.
It was. I mean, that was like the year I knew Darius the least was in 21, and I was just like, listen, I don't know if we'll ever be friends, but that dude's a freaking warrior. And then we became friends, and nobody in our group, pardon my French, can piss each other off as fast as Darius and I can piss each other off. And it's like, I think we try. I don't mean to, but I think it's in there. I'm like, everybody said nice things to Darius. I'm gonna get a wrist wrap and get attention like Nick. And Darius told me that Nick heard it getting whooped up on in cornhole over at Lionheart.
I heard they got drug. Not just beat, but drug out of there.
Wait, so you hurt your wrist and didn't score a single point?
Right, 21-0.
He didn't know how to react. He was like,
I'd have carpal tunnel too.
He double digits the third game, but nobody else was there.
Or you lost that game too. All right, well.
He did lose that too. Oh man. Listen, all kidding aside, like it is. You said it earlier. Ownership, front office, game day, everybody. This is the crew you want to party with. You see it. I mean, if you come out right now, the flock is here in effect. The Corda clan is here. The rest of my Uncle Eddie, who if you haven't been the Muddies, and Chris and that one who's mean to me all the time. Listen, if you haven't been the Muddies lately, the food is amazing. You gotta get over to Muddies and try the food. So I'd say eat dinner there. Come get ice cream here at Scoups, and you're living the dream. Then again, with these three here, I don't know if anybody's working at Muddy's. So it might be closed right now. All right, well, let's see. Questions from the flock. I see a lot of people asking how Darius had a dog because one of our friends who's a season ticket holder, she helps find dogs and cats homes. She was here doing that. And then I know Grizz is here from Father Flocker. Grizz is a little like sled dog looking bulldog thing. He's crazy. But no, any questions here from the flock? Anybody here want to hear something? Anybody want to know anything? Anybody want to know how Nick really hurt his arm? Anybody?
I do.
I think we hit everything. I see people asking about the playoff format. So just so you guys know that, like, one of the coolest things that's going on, the front office of the league is actually hiring people now. So there's we have
group of people too.
Yeah, I mean, and I've talked to a couple of them already. They're all on board. They're all dialed in, but they're finalizing everything. Last I heard, it will be a 5-team format, but that's not guaranteed. So, I mean, I will. What? Let me give you a quick what if.
Off the record.
Yeah, let me
5 teams.
Let me give you a quick what if, Coach. What if you started the season against the Orlando Predators? Our last home game of the regular season was against the Orlando Predators. Our last game of the season was against the Orlando Predators, and then we faced them in the playoffs. Have you ever played a team 4 times in the history of arena, indoor, any football?
Oh, like I said, in 21 we faced Columbus 3 times, and that was plenty. So 4 would be a bit much, and I guess that's been a little bit of the struggle is just making sure the schedule evened itself out. And it's hard when you started with the divisions the way we did, and then one side had more of the lower level teams in it, and that just kind of threw everything out of whack. And like I said, we have definitely the hardest schedule in the league, and we're glad to face anybody. But yeah, there are a few teams that don't have that road, and I envy some of those schedules they got.
Yeah, well, familiarity breeds contempt. We may not be welcome. I got a Disney trip scheduled for August. I may not be welcome in Orlando.
That's very possible.
What's that? What happened? What's this Wii stuff? You got a mouse in your pocket?
We can certainly go to Disney with the championship and show off the trophy. Talk about that later.
I mean, that's, parades are meant to happen. All right, everybody. Listen, I appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming to Scoups Ice Cream. Enjoy the Firebird Sunday, or all the great Sundays here. We appreciate you. As always, the GOAT, Darius Prince, who's been very helpful today. Come on now. The one-armed bandit, game day ops, Nick. The guy who does all his work sitting next to him, Zach.
Eating that big thing. What's a Cugino? What have we done the challenge of eating the
Big Lou over at Cugino's?
Yeah.
No, he's been finding reasons not to do it. Like, I talked to Lou yesterday. Lou said the second we're ready, we can do Flock University there, and he can go after it. We got to do it on a Wednesday.
Right.
Can you lift it? I mean, you only have one hand. He's gonna finish eating the Big Lou. Sam can't. Sam, come back here for a second. Come back around behind me here real quick. If Sam ate the Big Lou, it would look like a boa constrictor swallowed a Volkswagen Beetle. There's no way this dude could eat a 5. What are you doing?
My business.
Get out of here! Go away! Could somebody turn a garden hose upright so he can go for a swim? Skinniest dude I ever seen. He's in here networking it. Look at Darius. All right, you gotta go higher. All right, there it is. There you go. Listen, there's a difference.
We have reached a new level.
Intern who's been harassing me, you don't get to plug anything. Greatest receiver that I've ever met, you get to plug things. You whatever you want. All right, everybody. He is the head coach, the general manager, the professor, the man who is welcome in West Texas, maybe not in Nashville. Damon Ware, everybody.
That's good stuff.
Benny Ice Cream, everybody.
Yay!
Big Grizz. Mother and father Flocker. Seriously, Flock support. Amazing job, you guys. If you didn't read about them in the Times Union, you should. They did everything they do.
Article.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. Not like everybody already wants to play for you. It's going to be a little easier when they find out they get care packages, everything they do.
Yeah, I tell you what. So did you guys think that you'd be in the newspaper when you started it? How awesome is that?
I gotta be honest, Father Blocker's been in the paper a few times.
Of course. Well.
He's a police blotter. No, he's turned his life around. The big wig at Transfinder now. It's amazing. All right.
Awesome stuff.
There's a gentleman with a loud exhaust and a small all right, my name is I'm the team president. I'm Jeff Levack. Cannot end an episode of Flock University without those two simple words. 1, 2, 3. Flock you.